Welcome back to Marlowe House Presents. I'm Andrew Marlowe.
I'm Monica Marlowe.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Yeah, we are. We're so screwed.
So, we ended at a kind of rough spot last week. But before we get started back with initiative rolls, I'd first like to maybe do a quick shout out to our patrons on Patreon.
Oh, you want me to do this one again?
Actually, I've got that fixed. You don't have to. Although, if you really want to,
my throat was a little rough that night.
a little.
But your hair was fabulous.
At least I wasn't wearing a fez.
Aw.
Aw. Do you have us rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been rolling.
No. I meant, did you put the patrons back?
Oh, no, I didn't put the patrons
Oh,
up.
okay.
We don't want to thank them that much.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I do.
They might start getting uppity.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's me.
Our one
That's me.
That's,
That's-
you.
that's
You're
all
the
you.
uppity one.
You're the uppity one.
You're the
Yeah.
uppity
All right.
one.
So while we're talking Patreon, we've been working on some changes. We've lowered some of the entry costs on our Patreon.
Well, they're backer levels. They're not entry costs.
Well, whatever.
No,
You're right. They're backer
they're
levels.
backer levels.
We lowered some of the costs in the backer levels. Made some adjustments to that. We were focusing a little bit more on the podcast side of things. We have launched a Redbubble page where you can buy merchandise because we've had people ask. Actually, I had it up for an hour and I already made sales on it.
Well, that's because our platinum member Michael McNeil was there.
I wasn't gonna call him out by name.
That's okay. We can call
Out him.
We'll call Michael McNeil out every last chance we get because he's been very helpful. Wow, I bet
Sorry,
the people
guys,
at
but that was really good.
That's
That
9
was so
o'clock on
professional.
the 9 o'clock on the dot.
Bong. Church bells.
At the time will be subscribe to us o'clock.
What Scott said. But yeah, so we're at Patreon and we're Marlowe House there,
Yep.
just like we are here at Twitch. And on
And actually,
Redbubble.
links for all these things are down below in all those little fancy markers on our Twitch stream, which are new things that went up this week.
Ooh,
Also,
because we have 50 backers. They're
We
followers now.
we now have 50 followers.
Thank you.
On 53 at last count.
53.
53. So now we just have to get our
Awesome.
hours and our average viewers to stay. Our average viewers just needs to stay where they are, and our hours of broadcast need to come up. So we are working on figuring out when we're going to stream additional days, and we're going to work in some new streams into our schedule, because once we do that, then we're up for affiliate status on Twitch, which could be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, all those are spiffy link markers. So the spiffy link markers will take you to things like our Patreon, our Redbubble page, our
YouTube
page, our Discord. We just launched a Discord today,
Yes.
so that is under development.
We're doing what we can.
Yay, new patrons.
Yay, new patron.
Hey,
Yeah,
if you,
bruh.
I don't think anybody is in our chat right now who isn't already following us, but we also even have a little graphic for that. If you follow us while we're on our show, is that activated?
No, that's not
that's
not
not
that. That is
That's
when
terribly
that
disappointing.
yeah, that is for when we hit affiliate status, and that is when we get a new follower. So if somebody follows us, well, actually, it's not even affiliate status. If somebody follows us now on Twitch,
right.
it does something, but it's not a. New patron doesn't cover that.
No. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I was not very clear. I meant on Twitch.
Yeah.
Follows us on Twitch.
So there's some fun stuff there. We got the chat in the window.
I apparently shrank over the week. There we go.
Yeah.
Hopefully is that closer?
That's closer.
Okay.
Um,
I just didn't sit up as much tonight.
So, speaking of that Redbubble page, because I do want to talk about that for a moment, because there was an accidental stroke of genius.
You had an accidental stroke of genius? That's the only way that happens.
So I was
Was that a
looking at
stroke?
quotes. So
It was a stroke. I think his eye twitched,
it-
and his face drooped there for a minute. Definitely a trans-ischemic accident.
let's not joke about that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. That is
It's
not
like
funny.
you don't even know me.
That is
Yeah.
true, though.
Yeah, but I don't want to invite Chris to do that. 'cause
Oh
then
no,
yeah.
Chris Malmaldi is to never ever talk about things like that. But anyway,
And you outed him by whole name.
I did.
Nicely done.
I would have called him by his middle name, but I think Christopher is his middle name, and his
It is.
and I wasn't going to call him out by his first name because then everybody would think he was his dad. So anyway, so Redbubble.
So yes, so first day we posted up just the logo,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Logo is awesome.
our logo is awesome. That is actually why people, I think, were asking for it. They were looking for an excuse to get our logo on things. So then we launched a second line of things, and I decided that we should start taking like our game night quotes and start using our game night quotes. And there's one that Monica says a lot. And I didn't realize how much she said it until I started doing the edits on these, just cutting them up and putting them together. And Monica says, your line.
We are so screwed.
A lot.
That's because I'm not allowed to use the F word.
So
Because that would be what I'd really say.
you don't say you say screwed on Sundays too.
Well, that's because I've been training myself not to use the F word all the time.
Okay. So
That sounds largely unnecessary.
We're trying to keep this PG-13.
so
That means you get one every episode.
I tried.
we made
that.
that
I would use if I got one, I just couldn't stop. It's like Pringles. You just can't
stop at one.
You just can't stop. Sorry, what were you saying about your logo?
Yeah.
It's
So
weird and awesome.
It is
and
awesome.
amazing.
um
So anyway, so Redbubble. So you put up our quotes, our game night quotes.
So I did a game night quote. And as I was going through the products you can add it to, there are a ridiculous number of products you can add things to.
You can do it.
And I was like, well, we're just gonna add
artboard
it to everything.
telephone cases.
Acrylic boxes. Who the heck needs an acrylic
T-shirts.
Who needs an acrylic stand with our logo on it other than possibly me? But you know what? I was like, I'm putting it on there. And I'm going through and I discover, as I'm doing the quotes, that there is one for
a duvet cover.
a duvet cover. So there is currently a duvet cover duvet cover goes on your bed in case somebody out there doesn't realize this. Duvet cover for your bed that says, "We are so screwed."
So it's behind a mature audience placard on Redbubble in case you're looking for that special bed linen covering for that special someone. Valentine's Day is coming right up. It's coming very soon, and I'm going to keep saying coming because even though it's PG-13, that's what we're doing right now.
I think you mean arriving.
Arriving.
Sorry, is that not better?
As long as we don't use the word penetration, because there's never a good reason to use the word penetration.
It's legit.
It's worth it just to see the look on your face.
Why do I put up with you every Friday?
Because you're married to me.
Right.
That
Seems
was
like a good
your
time.
fault.
This just seems like a good time to say moist.
Well, it was really cold and wet outside earlier today.
Oh my.
So anyway,
At least it's warming up.
yes,
And I didn't have to go out in the polar vortex.
I know.
Too
But
much.
our friends are still
And some of our friends are, and for those
Be
of you
safe.
who are very, very cold,
duvet cover. You can also get hoodies. I bet you can get socks. I don't know. Can you get socks? What was that?
King of Rock says I need to have a Picard facepalm graphic ready to go. Noted for the future, because that is a brilliant plan.
Yes, but we don't own his likeness.
It's a meme. I think we can probably get away with it in small doses.
Oop, I think I just killed our food. Maybe I can get it back.
Maybe on your...
Well, on my phone. I can't see chat again. Oh, there it is. Oh, and for those of you who are in 80 plus temps right now,
short sleeve shirts and tank tops are also available.
There you go, Terry.
Mm.
But you just had to rub it in. I don't think salt shakers are on there, but I'm going to see what I can do about that.
Yeah, I'm stinging from that one.
Yes.
That was ow.
It'll be me in like a month.
What?
70s, 80s degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're going
down.
out of town. You're going out of town.
Going to New Orleans.
I know. What will we do without you that week? I guess we'll have fun on our own.
I mean, if you think.
I don't know. It's going to be tough.
I think we'll be all right.
We'll find something to talk about.
We'll find someone else to sit in. We'll probably
get somebody to sit in.
We'll get somebody to sit in.
I don't know who.
I don't know who.
I could FaceTime in from whatever bar I'm at.
You're not FaceTiming in from New Orleans.
You can FaceTime in from a bar for a minute. That would be funny.
No. So what are you doing, Scott?
We can't hear a thing you're saying.
I can't say a thing I'm saying.
You don't really strike me as that kind of a drunk, are you?
No.
It depends on how much I've had, I suppose.
Okay.
He doesn't strike me as that kind of a drunk, and I've seen him drunk.
Yeah. So I guess it didn't really strike me as that kind of drunk. So anyway.
Yeah.
So, yes, so you can now buy your very own Marlowe House fan swag at Redbubble.
We need a McFez shot glass that doubles as a Fez when it's not being used for drinking.
We'll have to figure out how to get the art for that. I don't know if there's shot glasses on there or not. I don't think I saw shot glasses. We may have to go look somewhere else too.
Redbubble just failed us.
Yeah.
Right?
That's okay.
New platform.
We'll see what we can find.
We can open other stores.
Yep. To-go cup.
Yeah.
So, with all of that nonsense out of the way,
It'll be funnier because I can't do shots.
Oh, well, that's your problem, not mine, man.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I know someone did do pint and really nice pint glasses and those. I'll ask them where they got those from. They did that for their Kickstarter, so I don't know where they got those at.
Yeah. So true story on the pint glasses. A couple sessions ago, we actually had pint glasses down here while we were while we were having
Andrew has one
regular drinks.
Yeah,
we could get one there. And as I was watching the thing on YouTube later, I was like, oh, that actually looks a lot better than me just sipping from cans and bottles and like the great big tumblers. So I went and picked up the stuff to do the frosting or the etching on glass. And now I've got to pick up a cricket from my cousin.
A cricket?
Uh-huh.
What's a cricket?
You can do like vinyl cutouts, like stickers.
And
you can apply that to surfaces, so you can do like the etching.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
was gonna do that, so we had something on air.
Cool.
Well, that'll be cool.
That would look cool with the logo and all the stuffs.
Wow.
Oh.
Now we do have to figure out how to get ourselves some logoed glasses, cups, and stuff. Yeah, I use my thermal cup because I drink tea during the show because my throat. But yeah.
Because I looked into just ordering them, which would have been so much easier. Because I don't like to do much.
Because you're typecast.
Yes,
right?
Yes, you are.
But yeah, it's kind of stupid expensive.
Yeah.
But ordering them?
Yeah, because they want you to do a minimum of 12.
Ooh.
Right?
Well, and that's why we'll have to kind of figure out what we're gonna do. We'll have to look into it. Chances are
because there's some stuff I'd like to do in the long run, Redbubble sort of it's been sort of a stopgap so that we can get merchandise out there. I would like to do stuff so we can have some of it on hand and order it in bulk so we can actually do
Well,
it.
it looks like the four
better
people in
margin.
chat want pint glasses, and I know I wouldn't mind having a couple pint glasses. So we'll see what we can do about that.
I think Cafe Press did pint glasses.
I that's what I was wondering because I know they did some other stuff too.
Yeah. But it's some of the stuff from Redbubble we got from other businesses, and their quality was really good. That's why I wanted to go ahead and use them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And that's not to say that Cafe Press doesn't have good stuff too. We just
their
haven't looked
t-shirts
into
were
it.
pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we'll look into it and see what we can do. Find you guys some pint glasses.
Yeah, pint glasses.
Excuse me. So, when last we met,
And last we met, we ended with me saying, "Roll for initiative."
so what you're saying is
What I'm saying is that there are black sails coming through the atmosphere, and there are pirate craft heading your direction.
we are so screwed. I guess you're gonna roll.
I don't like it.
No, this white die is really good to me, but it's really hard to read. I can't tell if that's a 13 or 15. 15!
Go before me.
I go before you.
That's not nice.
Well, you know.
It could be. You're on the guns.
Oh, yeah, because you're piloting.
Yeah.
It's probably just as well that I go first.
I'm on 14.
You're on 14. Well, fortunately for you all, you were all first.
Yay. My phone keeps falling over. I have a hard time following chat if I can't see it.
You should get one of these things.
Well, yeah, but then it wouldn't block out my.
Oh yeah, that'd be an
And
issue.
I like my baby dragon. And then I'm gonna get my Marlowe house
You
cover.
live in
And
a house full of nerds. There are Legos everywhere. You should build yourself a stand.
I should build myself a stand. I wasn't thinking about that. Well, I have a stand.
Actually,
Unfortunately,
just tell
my
your son to
camera's
build
on
you
it.
a stand.
Yeah, but my
Then you
camera's
don't even
on.
have to go to the effort.
Boy, build mother a stand.
You know what? I'm going to just be perfectly honest. My son's very clever, but it would actually take longer for me to explain to him what I wanted than to build it myself.
No, it wouldn't. It would not.
I bet you money.
Just tell him you want to.
All right, we'll be back. We'll be back to this, and we'll tell everybody how this went.
Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
Lunch.
You're going to owe me so big.
Okay.
Don't look at me. I built my own stand out of Technic pieces. Because God knows it's the only thing they're good for.
Technic pieces are good for more than that.
No, it's being a shithead.
Oh.
Like always. All
Okay,
right. So we rolled initiative.
So
Come
you
on.
rolled initiative. There are pirate vessels heading your direction. You have ballistae as your weapon of
My only weapon of choice.
kinda.
All right. Well, then I guess I'm firing. Are they within
So
range?
Coat that thing with elf vomit. Because we have plenty of that too.
That's right, we do, don't we? Yeah. Maybe can he fire weapons? I mean, he's a magic user. Maybe he should step up too, do some work.
He can fire. He can help you fire.
Okay. All
He'll
right.
Aid.
Alrighty. So, are they within range then?
They are almost within range.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then I have to wait till they're in range.
So
Well,
that brings you to Scott's. Well, really, you and Scott go
Go
first,
before.
so it doesn't really matter which one of you goes first.
Evasive maneuvers.
So if you want, yeah, invasive maneuvers.
No, evasive. I know.
No, I know what was said.
I know what you said. But if we do invasive maneuvers, we're going the wrong direction.
If we do invasive maneuvers, we might cut them in half.
Yeah, and us.
This is already a busted ship.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I've been practicing my pirating skills, but I can only sing my songs in Greek, so go.
Fortunately, I did manage an 18 on my piloting maneuvers.
All right. So what are you trying to maneuver? Are you trying to get closer, or what exactly are you doing? Are you going to engage, or are you going to try to flee?
We should probably, at this point, just flee. because we're
what you probably should do and what you do are not always the same.
do.
I know he said that.
I guess it kind of depends on how close we are to our destination.
You are close, but they are gaining fast enough that maybe not.
Very good. In that case, kind of crazy having it.
All right, so you're gonna go right at them, kind of do an about face and right at them.
Air brakes and spins and
Right.
That's my favorite
loop
way.
de loops.
And I make sure that I'm upwind of the elf at all times.
Okay.
That's a good call.
I have speed defense.
All right, so you do the crazy Ivan. Actually, go ahead and give me a speed defense roll.
Who, me or
Yeah,
him?
to keep your feet.
Oh, me. Oh, okay. I can do that. I am super trained in that.
Okay.
Specialized. An 11.
Okay. So with an 11, you're able to keep your feet and maneuver around so that you get the ballista aimed at one of the targets, and as they close in on you, you can take your first shot.
Well, let's do that.
Because they will close in, and I will basically let you kind of hold your action until they've closed, and then their cannons are going to go again.
All right. That's a 14 on the die.
14 on the die.
And I don't really have any particular specializations or training or anything.
Okay.
I'm just able to use things.
All right. So the ballistic bolt strikes the other ship through the sail, and it continues to come at you, and the cannons roar.
That can't be good.
Scott, do you want to give me a speed defense based on your piloting?
Not really.
I don't blame you.
No, but I don't think you have a choice.
It's another 18.
Okay, another 18. So there's a bank and a whirl, and actually an 18. You do like your crazy Ivan kind of puts you, you do like this immediate turn, and as you come up on them, you do yet another one to kind of like minimize your profile. You kind of do it instead of doing the crazy Ivan on your horizontal, you do it on your vertical a little bit, cut back, and then kind of come back down and bring yourself in alignment with their ship again.
I do that all the time, but that's because the ocean does that for me.
That's right. We got access to. We can use Z-axis on this one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And so they closed, they fired, and missed. Monica, you are aligned again to fire one more time.
Well, I will take that opportunity. I'm gonna put some effort on that.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12. Okay, so that'll also hit. There's another... And this time it doesn't tear through the sail. You actually see it pierce part of the hull. It sends wood shards flying. Brass bindings snap free. You can actually hear the bolts as you pass so close to the other ship at this point that some of the bolts that get snapped free when the brass binding goes actually ping off your hull.
Wow. We're awfully close.
And
bring the ship around, we're boarding! Oh wait, that's not what we're doing.
So
yeah, it's like, boarding? What do you mean boarding?
We are sending them to Poseidon! Oh wait, that's a different game.
So, are we above them or below them?
Kind of side to side. You kind of came side to side. So you brought it around, you kind of did that ramp up, and you come in, and it puts you broadsides, which is how Monica got a good shot through. And then you kind of like almost scrape up against them. It's not quite that close, but it's close.
I'm gonna slap some effort on it.
Okay.
I want to kind of lurch forward,
Okay.
but buck the front end of the ship so I can bring it down on the back end of theirs.
Okay, so you kind of want to bring it up, and you're going to like bring it over a little bit too, because you have to kind of give it a little bit of a turn.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to clip the back of their ship.
Yeah.
All right, so basically we're doing ship-to-ship brawling. I'm good with this.
Ramming speed.
Ramming speed.
You know, I'm just going to tell you, though, there's a reason that stuff's on the front of the ship and not underneath. Just so you know.
It runs the whole front of these.
Okay.
I'm willing.
Where you're willing to accept that this is something that they do? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy. What'd you roll?
19.
Ooh, fancy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll make you trade out dice.
Nice answer. Good answer. Good answer. We'd like to do 19.
After the last few sessions, I think that die owes me.
Fair. You had that coming, I suppose. Okay, so you bring the ship up and around. There is a crunching, rending sound of wood splintering, and you're just hoping it's not part of your prow that is going.
It's a rental.
There is not our ship.
Significant damage to the other ship, presumably.
Yeah, I can't see from here.
And you can see green smoke roiling out of the area in the back where you broke it.
That's very bad for them. That's great for us. How many more ships are there we have to take out?
This was the only one.
Oh, okay.
I just said black sails. I didn't really say how many.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you've pretty much disabled it in just a few seconds.
Bring the ship around. We're boarding. That's a terrible plan.
I think part of their engine's exposed. You want to take one more shot at it?
I can. Can I get a good shot? Or are we
you can
too
attempt
high
to.
up?
You can attempt to.
All right.
You can put effort to damage, and if you do enough damage, I'll let you.
All right.
there.
We'll put up an effort toward damage.
Or trade a damage for effect. Either way.
Well, I only rolled an 11, so it's not going to be enough to hit. Possibly.
No, unless you put effort on the attack roll at all.
Well, I don't usually. Well,
you didn't say.
I didn't say either way, so that's fine. I miss.
Okay, so that bolt goes wild. Clearly, it's because of all the bucking and shaking and lack of help you've got currently.
Yeah, he's probably puking. What did we say his name was? Elfman. Did he have?
He has a name, and
I asked it. Now,
now that you have asked it, I don't remember.
He's vomiting enough at this week. He's the flu elf.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. I thought I wrote it down, but maybe not.
I thought I wrote
Starts
it down
with an
too.
A. As
Oh, Arvelax. No, Arvelax is somebody.
That's the
guy
director.
that was the captain.
Yeah, he's the one who stole it. Emerus.
Emerus.
Start with an A, starts with an E. Whatever.
It's all vowel speak.
Yes.
Although, I should have made it an A. Should have made it Amorous, because elves and A's.
I know, because he comes from. He comes from a land.
Down under.
Yeah. No. What were we doing?
I wasn't the one with elves and A's. That wasn't me. You don't have to pull that land crap on me every time you come up with A's.
What were we? We were talking about something, and it was a land. It was an actual land that had a stupid name. What were we watching? I forget. Oh man. Now I look dumb. I can't remember. Oh well.
Is it an owlbear? No, it just says bear.
What? Are you sure it's not an owlbear or a dog bear? Or...
No, it just says bear.
Avatar references.
I love that show.
Which also starts with A.
Okay, so it's kind of limping away from you.
Well, we're trying to make our way away from it as well. The last thing we want is to.
And the green smoke starts to trail purple.
Well, that can't be good. That looks like the cooling system too. I have no idea.
We should move.
Yes, before it blows up.
Okay.
Peel away from it.
All right, you peel away from it, and it kind of dips into the clouds below you and starts to disappear out of sight before there's a...
You sent them to Davy Jones's locker.
Kind of did. There's a glow of
burning something. We don't know.
eldritch energy. Kind of bucks your ship a little bit. And you turn about face and head for the merchant's asteroid island, floating island.
Oh, that's right. That's where we were headed.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to try to slip in under the wire, under the guise of delivery. I forgot. Now it's coming back to me.
Yes.
So we do that.
Okay.
We're gonna need to sleep soon now.
Yes.
It's not good.
You guys are not in the best of shape, as I recall.
At least we're not toting around 4 baby dragons.
No, we're not.
I know.
It's a little weird.
It is.
Now
I
that you
miss
think
them.
about it.
I miss the kids. What do you think they're doing? Do you think they're going to bed on time?
I assume they're eating and farting fire.
You're such a sentimentalist.
Emerus looks at you and goes, "They're not doing anything. They don't exist yet."
Man, you are such a literalist. Way to kill the mood.
By that logic,
Sorry.
we're not doing anything either. We don't exist yet.
But you do, because you're here.
This guy's gonna hurt my brain. I don't
He
like
is.
it.
I mean, I'm gonna miss him when he's gone.
You know, gone.
You'll see. Keep that talk up. So anyway.
Okay.
Why do you think that ended on
If only we had something with poison. So.
That's not quite what I think Zotch was getting at.
So.
So, on that note,
We make our way to.
you do dock with this island. It's actually a pretty nice little area. It's well kept. Everything's clean. The dockside is.
You say
pretty...
pirates work out of here?
No, this was the merchant area.
Oh, well, that explains why it's so nice. There aren't
is...
people passed out in the streets. That's where we come from.
No, but at the same time, it's surprisingly upkept. I mean, dock areas, even in most civilized places, are not the nicest parts of town.
Okay, well that's not untrue.
Then this is part dock, part marketplace.
Apparently, you guys disembark your little vessel, and sure enough, there's plenty of market stalls and things in a bazaar that is not very far away from the docks. You can see some fairly sizable townhouses that surround the area, as well as a number of warehouses. Everything is very well kept, and you see a number of individuals, mostly elves, some humans, even a couple of dwarves and lizard folk. The thing that these all have in common is that they are wearing black uniforms with either red or blue piping and military insignia or police insignia. It's hard to say, but they're predominantly patrolling in 2s and 3s, and you frequently see them.
Does Emerus know who they are?
They're part of the Imperial Watch.
Ooh. That sounds like trouble. Well.
And this is the time when the Emperor from our time
is not yet emperor.
Is not yet emperor, but he has the scepter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to find someone who does routine. So sends routine shipments to him. Excuse me, so that we can be part of their delivery.
Okay. Does
Emrys know anybody like that?
He says there is a shipping company that His Excellency has been using for
as long as you can remember.
Longer.
Okay.
And they should be operating somewhere around here. It is the Primus shipping company.
Okay. Do they sail on a sea of cheese?
No, but their flagship is called the Optimus.
Okay.
No. And no.
The SS Winona.
Oh, I'm sorry. One day you'll remember to write down all the good names before we sit down to play, so that you don't have to make stuff up on the fly.
So behind the scenes, this game, for all of you watching, full admission, this game is mostly played off the cuff from me.
Oh, I know.
This is what it's like when I am doing improv gaming. This is our game, warts and all. This is what it's really like to play at our table. This is not well planned.
And this is just two of us. Imagine when you have to deal with like the other three on top of us.
It usually goes pretty well.
I'm sorry. I wasn't really making fun of you.
No, that's okay. That's okay, because it's coming. I have your number.
Oh no! Oh, we're so screwed. Oh no.
So he says it's the Primus Shipping Company, and they should be dealing from the east docks. Unfortunately, we have docked on the west side, and so we'll have to cross over, but we can head to the market, and you guys can get some food, and we might be able to find a place to lodge for the evening.
That sounds like a really good idea.
So we can hit them first thing in the morning.
All right, let's do that.
I think that sounds like a plan.
Now we only have, what, 48 or 72 hours? 72 hours?
72 hours. We used 6?
Yeah, and the 10-hour rest is 10 hours. Well, and I'm assuming it's really... Well, it would be 10-hour, 8-hour, because, I mean, we're not really on 28-hour days.
You're not on normal length days, so you'll probably be sleeping during daylight hours.
Okay.
I mean, it's just the way it is.
Well, I meant, it's still a 10-hour rest, or is it?
It's still 8?
Okay. Nobody sleeps for 10 hours. Obviously, this is a fantasy setting.
No. It's a 10-hour. It's
Shut
a 10-hour rest,
I
but it
have-
isn't necessarily the full night's sleep. It's like your meal, your sleeping. It's all those pieces.
Okay, I was mostly just...
I know. I'm keeping it a 10-hour rest because I think it should be all the things that you do before you go to sleep as well.
Rather than just the actual sleeping.
Right.
Brush your teeth.
There's no way you sleep 10 hours every night.
Not every night.
Okay,
no.
yeah, no, I mean...
Just saying I have, especially if I'm sick.
Yeah, but, I mean, nobody gets...
I have done that. I don't get to do that often.
Right.
Yeah.
And my stupid sleep habits, I usually get maybe, 6.
Well, that's because you sleep on the couch for like 4 hours and then you wake up. And I can't imagine that's really good.
I go back to bed.
Yeah. You have terrible sleeping habits.
I do.
So anyway. So we look for somewhere to lodge.
So you guys go into the market area. You are assailed by a host of delicious aromas.
It's definitely not Bourbon Street.
Some of them
Just
clash
like
a little unpleasantly, but not like that. And there isn't any of the other aromas that accompany most urban environments. You pass over one of the sewer areas.
Oh my god, does it smell like the outside the Ram in
No,
Indianapolis?
but you look down and you see why some of that is the case.
Okay.
You can see open sky beneath your feet.
Oh, so they just dump right into the gas giant. That really makes a lot of sense. Why
At
would
least
you
for
worry?
some of it.
Why would you worry about raw sewage when you can just jettison it? That's a little scary, though.
I feel bad for the islands below.
I don't know that there are islands below.
Not probably directly below.
Do these things like orbit? Do they?
No, they're kind of fixed.
Okay.
They orbit, but it's like geosynchronous.
You know, I didn't really think about it though, but their orientation is like this to the planet, not like this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of strange. I mean, we're on a planet and we're oriented like that, but we're on the actual surface. This is so tricky. You're messing with my brain.
There's a lot of messing with my brain. I had to get my head wrapped around some things, talking to Michael while we were prepping, because there's a little prep with this, but it's mostly like, how's the world laid out?
Mm-hmm.
What are the days like? He kept asking me questions. I was like, damn, I have to think about that? Really? We can't just say magic because.
What's the fun in that?
But yeah, so you head to the market. You can grab food if you want. There's a host of various different things, some spicy, some sweet, mixes of all sorts of food
do all
stuff.
the foods.
You do all the
Doritos.
foods, and you find
Really?
yourself a fairly nice inn.
Well, I'm just thinking ahead because when the person that comes to interrupt our sleep, despite taking watches, I want to be able to leave a nice big dust, like orangey dusty handprint on their face.
Fair.
Is that not how this works?
It might be. So you get something that has a nice orangey dust, so that you can do that.
Turmeric. Saffron. Curry.
So you go back to your hotel room.
It's saffron. I'm going to the special thing.
Nice.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Man, I wish I won't. Go ahead.
Would you like a pretty full bonnet?
So, man, we should have been like leaves on the wind.
That would have ended poorly.
For you.
Okay, so with everything in mind, we're looking at, you guys have a hotel room? Do you guys want to set watches? How do you want to do
Well,
this?
so if we
You
set
got
watches,
multiple rooms. How are you setting for rooms?
Do elves sleep?
Emrys does sleep, and he's also paying.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, I actually have a special ability entitled Stand Watch, which does not put me at a disadvantage. I am able to stay awake and alert.
It, however, does mean that you don't get to take your rest.
Well,
You don't take any penalties, but you won't get to rest. Because you'll be active during that period.
well, that's true. And we will need to rest. You know what? Let's just take our chances.
We'll just slide a bed in front of the door.
Or something.
Man, you guys are paranoid.
We're
It's
in the
like
past.
I'm out to get you or something.
We're not only in a weird environment. We are in the past.
Yeah. If we die here, we die here. Who will think of the children? Who will take care of the babies? Probably their parents, and they'd probably be really happy.
How often do we get into a situation where everyone needs to sleep and we have the opportunity to actually sleep?
Well, not only does everybody need to sleep, if we don't sleep now, I mean, we all have to sleep at the same time because we have a limited time. So yeah, so we're gonna
sleep.
Yes, we're gonna sleep. We're gonna secure the door though.
Okay, so drag a bed over and put it in front of the door.
Or some large piece of.
Instead of bed, I was just going with what he said.
Okay. Well, who knows what's in this room? It'll probably be a bed.
Sounds like this bed is made of the same wood as the one of my aunt's upstairs room. We tried to move that. I think it was shit. This is heavy wood.
That's some
It's sturdy like oak, but
Heavy like it's been sitting out in the rain.
could be.
Anyway.
So you drag the bed in front of the door.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be preferable if we all stayed in the same room, just so that, you know, because
From a message you say, preferable if we all stay in the same bed.
well, I mean, I'm up for that, but this is a family show. But
They sleep head to toe, head to toe.
The last time I was in a game and we all slept in separate rooms, we almost all died because 6 assassins showed up in 6 rooms. And if I hadn't made my fortitude save, we'd have all been dead. As a matter of fact, someone did die. Well, I learned my lesson. Let's just say past lessons have been learned.
Okay. So paranoia kicks in, and you move a bed in front of the door.
Just
you all
because you're
sleep in the same
paranoid doesn't mean people aren't out to get you.
So who's sleeping in the bed by the door?
I will.
Okay. So you all lay down, go to sleep. Your period of rest passes. You can all make refresh rolls. Nothing happened in the middle of the night.
Yay, I have enough to refresh all my pools. Exactly.
So did you do your refresh roll?
I was apparently okay.
You were okay.
Oh, but you were to your 10-hour.
Yeah, I'd used 2 of my refreshes.
Right.
So you get them all back.
I'd used 3. I was not in good shape. I mean, I could have gone for another combat, but then I would have really been in bad shape.
Right.
Right.
All right. So we move the bed out of the way.
You come out, and housekeeping's looking at you like,
Oh, this is a nice hotel. What's wrong with you people?
what's wrong with you people?
A lot. I assure you. A lot is wrong with us. What do you mean, you people?
Tonight's gonna be movie quote night. I see how it is.
Every night is movie quote night.
As long as there's not a gift basket.
I mean, we can quote our friends if you like.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine, really. Shared context is better.
So, let's go find this Primus shipping company.
Yep.
Here you go.
Okay.
I don't know why I move my arms. They can't see me. I've discovered that if it's not happening right here, they can't see it on my camera.
We will probably readdress that at some later date. Figure out how we're going to place cameras so we can get better coverage. But for the moment, faces is what we got.
Yep.
So it's morning. You head out. You find your way to the Primus shipping yard. And it's basically a large warehouse office building, right on the dock area, and so
he's the speaker.
Sorry, I thought I kicked something.
Oh,
and
I don't think so.
and so
Well, at least not me.
Emerist is like, I don't know anybody here. I just know that you use them.
Okay.
You're probably better suited to talking to them than I am because.
Hey, speaker who does nothing. This is your gig.
Fine. Okay, thought I was gonna sneeze. What kind of stuff do they usually deliver?
Food.
Just food?
Primarily.
So,
At least for the Emperor.
So livestock food or
It's mostly
frozen
not live.
food? Okay.
Do you know primarily how they were staffed?
They are staffed with you mean like
Humans, elves.
Oh, it's largely humans.
So you'll fit in.
Well, I mean, it's not like the world's changed that much in a few years.
All right, let's
Go do some talking.
Okay. So you go up to the front desk, and there's a gentleman sitting behind the counter, and he says, "Can I help you?"
We're here to report for duty.
You're here to report for duty.
We weren't sure which door to go in.
Well, this would be okay, but I wasn't expecting anybody new.
Let's talk.
Okay.
All right. 15. Specialized in deception and persuading. Yeah, they're the hiring event they had the other day. We were told to come back in like 3 days.
Oh. I suppose. Let me have you talk to my supervisor. Anybody who would be involved in hiring and placement of things, well, he would know better than I would what's going on with that.
We're already late. Is there any way we could...
What were you hired for?
Okay.
And he's like searching through paperwork and looking for things, trying to figure out what's going on.
We're just handlers.
Olara looks at Emerus like, is there anything he can think of at this point, like the location of the island?
And he's like, and he says, we're here for the prince's. We were hired for the prince's deliveries. His, I think we were told it was cattle. Oh, you're gonna have to hurry. That ship's slated to leave.
Oh my gosh, which dock is it?
It's dock 7. He kind of points. He's like, go that way. Ask for Sergeant Baker.
Will do. Thank you.
At least it wasn't Sergeant Schultz. Thank you for doing that. As we're leaving, hiring event. What the hell is that?
They don't have to be good lies. They just have to be plausible.
The hiring event. I love it. We met in LinkedIn.
The recruitment.
So you guys hustle over, and you can see that there's a ship that is indeed getting ready to debark. They are pulling up the gangplank as you run up, and there's a frantic-looking young woman.
Okay.
With a name tag on that says Baker.
There she is. I hope. Can't believe they wear name tags here in steampunk world, but okay, I'll take it.
It's a little brass name tag.
Okay.
It's like a little plaque.
Okay. Just never done that. We've never experienced someone that way before. She's obviously in 4 color, so. Okay, quick, fast talker.
I will use telling for an extra asset.
Okay.
Sergeant Baker.
Sergeant Baker is my name.
we are so very sorry we are late. We are reporting for duty.
On that ship.
She's like, she does a couple of like hand signals. Captain Gerald is gonna have your asses.
Well deserved, ma'am.
Jump on the ship.
So she
I'm, like,
flags she
slinging
flags the
people.
crew, and they lower the gangplank back down. You can hear a lot
They
of
probably
grumbling.
throw ropes.
No, they lower the
Really?
plank. Yeah, they were pulling it up when you showed up.
Okay.
So they lower it back down.
I'm surprised, but
They hadn't moved.
They
yet.
haven't moved. They're not.
oh,
They're not.
okay.
They had it most of the way pulled in, and then they're like, push it back down.
Okay.
Dang it!
I'm used to jumping from ship to ship and climbing up on the planks myself, on the actual boards. What do I know about ships?
Right, this is a gangplank with handrails and everything.
Wow,
This
this is
is-
fancy.
It's steampunk, not ancient Greece.
They didn't do that in the Caribbean either.
So,
Egypt. Anyway.
and you're not going to derez when you die.
I know, which is really bad news.
So,
So we get on the ship.
so you board the ship.
It's okay though. We've got backups.
So you board the ship, and this kind of burly guy, kind of almost like not the Robin Williams Popeye, but he's kind of got that Popeye sailor kind of look. He's not quite so bloated in the arms and things, but he's kind of got that
Real
rolling
ropey.
gait and that ropey,
Ludo.
that ropey figure.
What was his name? Captain
Gerald.
Gerald. All right. So
And
he comes rolling up on us.
you are late.
We're sorry.
Don't let it happen again.
I promise we'll never be late again.
Hi, Captain.
I'm usually the
Alright.
captain. I don't say that.
Very well then. Raise the solar sails! And he kind of walks off, starts shouting out the rest of his orders, and the crew starts
Doing
heaving
their
towards. And Emerson is like, maybe we should just find a quiet place out of the way.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm kind of thinking in the hold with the cattle.
I think that's a terrible spot.
It's gonna be the one place that definitely gets opened up to the.
Well, that's true.
Cut to you all standing in the very frigid
I can't believe we're in a ship with cattle, and we've just been
dead
talking
cattle.
dead cattle. This is not
There
nearly
are
as romantic.
hundreds-
This is not.
There are hundreds of carcasses hanging in this enormous freezer bay.
Man, I would much rather have live cattle. It was a
You
lot
can
more
see-
romantic in Firefly that way.
There are arcane ice braziers burning in a number of locations in here. Basically, they're alchemical and arcane, and they burn off the latent heat so that they appear to give off cold.
Okay.
That could be handy.
Okay.
And so you try to steer probably as far away from those as possible, because the closer you get to them,
The colder.
the colder they get. And the more heat that comes near them, the more they burn, and the colder it gets.
So we actually cause them to activate.
You actually would increase their output.
Yeah, this is terrible. Let's not go near those.
You're standing there, and I'm going to go ahead and call that an intrusion.
Oh.
Scott's got frost in his hair. Zotch has got frost in his hair, and his teeth are chattering.
We didn't have to be down here. We could have just stayed by the door.
Olara's got, a bright red nose currently. Her ears are starting to kind of have that, that burning feeling on them.
A minute out here will cause frostbite. Do you know what the wind chill feels like here?
My minus 40 Celsius.
Fortunately, there is no wind. And Emrys is standing there, looking only barely perturbed by the temperatures.
I hate elves. They're the worst.
And you start making jokes about the wind chill, and he's like, "There's no wind here."
Actually, I ignore pain.
Okay. So you ignore pain?
Yeah, no, I have a special ability is
okay.
to ignore pain. I don't even have to activate it. So my fingers will fall off before I acknowledge that I have frostbite.
So you and Emrys are standing there looking pretty undeterred by it, other than the fact that certain parts of your body are definitely showing that cold.
I would like to make an intellect check.
Okay.
To see if there's a way to temporarily deactivate these braziers.
Well, at least one of
braziers.
Braziers or something
Braziers.
else. I know what I said.
I know what I said. It's a bit nipply in here, isn't it?
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
And with that, we're going to take our first break.
Wait, I gotta make my check.
No, you gotta wait.
You're going to have to wait.
Oh.
This is a good time for a break, though. Mwah! Good night, everybody. We'll be back.